Hey everyone, it's Samantha Pointer Fox with Samantha Pointer Enterprises here with season 3, episode 2 of Tech Chat with Samantha. Today we're going to be talking about have you looked at process? Now, what I usually find with my clients and other small business owners I talk to, potential clients, when they're struggling with implementing technology or automation in their business, uh, it usually comes down to one big thing, and that is processes. Most small business owners, well, every business owner has processes, but most small business owners don't have these processes written down. Uh, it's usually all in their head because you started your business, right, and you know how things work, and you probably do things second nature now because you've done them so much, but it's still all in your head and it's not written down anywhere. And that makes it hard when it comes to automation and technology, getting that implemented, as well as when it comes to hiring, when it comes to outsourcing and delegation. So first, let's talk about what is a process. A process is just a series of steps to complete a task, right? So you have processes in every area of your business. You have processes when it comes to getting new clients. You have processes when it comes to you servicing your clients. You have processes when it comes to getting paid for your services. There are processes with marketing, and there's also processes when it comes to administrative things in your business. So as you can see, there's a ton of processes out there, and you may be overwhelmed to think, like, oh my God, I have processes and I don't have these written down. Oh my God, this is going to be super time consuming. But I don't want you to jump off the deep end, okay? Breathe, take a breath. It's going to be okay. Because what if you want to get started with documenting your processes in your business, you should start with just one. Start with one process. It could be something you're doing every day, and start to document that. Now, once you've written down everything, this is where kind of the fun part comes. You're going to look back through what you wrote down, and you're going to look for things like, are there duplicated steps in this process? Are there steps that are no longer needed? Are there too many steps? I find that a lot. People pack a ton of steps into a process and make it super complicated, when if you have more than 5-6 steps, say you have 10 or 20 steps, that should really be broken up. But you're going to look through everything you've written down and see where you can simplify these things, where you can simplify the process. And then once you do that and that's finished, you move to the next process and document that. So this may take you several weeks, several months. It depends on how big your company is, what all you do, who do you serve, things of that nature. But don't get overwhelmed about all that you have to do. Just start with the first process and then move on from there. And I'll tell you, once you do that, once you get it out of your head, once you get it down on paper or digitally, you're going to find that it's going to be easier now for you not only to set up systems in your business, but to then automate that system, automate those processes. It's going to be way easier now. And then you're also going to find that you're going to start saving time and money when it comes to delegation, when it comes to outsourcing, when it comes to hiring, because you're going to have all this written down to then hand off. And, you're not going to have this this frustration when you have someone and you're trying to explain to them how to do something most of the time just like you, but it's all in your head. You'll have it in black and white, and they can follow along and ask questions. So if that's been you, that you don't have processes written down, and you know this is something you need, start with one process, get it written down before you move to the next one, and see how easy, how more smoother things will run from that standpoint, because you're not going to experience true freedom in your business until you get down these processes on paper and start automating. As a business owner, the goal is to work on your business and not in your business. You don't want to have a created, glorified job for yourself. So processes to me is the foundation when it comes to automation and technology, getting that implemented. You got to start with a foundational piece, and that is what I think processes are. Now, if you would like to learn more about how to set up your own processes and what that looks like, and you want some worksheets and some tools to use that I use in my own business, then I invite you to go to samstechacademy.com and check out the It's All About Process course. Now, in this course, I'm going to walk you through setting up processes, getting them down, getting it out of your head, and getting it recorded somewhere, whether on paper or digitally, and how that whole sequence, right? So I'm going to walk you through that. You're also going to be able to ask me questions within my platform on Sam's Tech Academy to help you and guide you along. So you're never alone when it comes to Sam's Tech Academy. You're always going to be able to ask me questions. So definitely go to samstechacademy.com. Check out the It's All About Process course. And there's a bonus course with the It's All About Process course that will help you create your standard operating procedures manual, which is another tool in your arsenal if you really want to truly have freedom in your business and be able to delegate and outsource and hire with ease. So again, samstechacademy.com. It's all about process. For a small investment, you will be well on your way to getting those processes out of your head and onto paper, where it can really help your business. So that's all I have for this episode. You can always catch me online or on my website, organizingguru.com. I'm on all social media platforms as Samantha Pointer Fox, or at Organizing Guru. And I will see you next week for another episode of Tech Chat with Samantha. If you found this helpful, be sure to share it with a business colleague. Share it with another small business owner, or entrepreneur, or coach, or consultant that you know who could use help in their business getting these processes set up. And if you're on iTunes, be sure to leave a review. See you next week.
When it comes to technology, let's just say you're not what most would call savvy. But at samstechacademy.com, you can learn tech on your terms. Sam's Tech Academy can help coaches, consultants, and entrepreneurs just like you set up systems and processes that utilize technology. Sam can also teach you how to use various software and apps efficiently and effectively to run your business. To learn more and to find out how Sam can help your business run smoother, visit samstechacademy.com.